Oh, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Little Fat Mushy Toe, representing the WCIS. We can't inspire someone. OPP only promote positivity. Shout out to Waterbed Health. Shout out to Uncle DV. Shout out to the community. That's all about a unity. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully, everybody's feeling good. Thank you for tuning in to the show. Tonight should be a good show. Got a good topic tonight. Hopefully, everybody had a wonderful day. Ready to get into a good conversation tonight. Make sure you upon entering the community, make sure you hit the thumbs up if you enjoy the content and if you're a part of the community. What up, BX the Great One with your Rudy Poo candy ass? What up, BX? How you doing, my brother? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're feeling good, feeling great. Everybody on the IG, what's going on? It's your boy Little Fat Mushy Toe, holding it down, WCIS. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful Thursday and looking forward to the weekend. Yeah, tonight we're gonna get into some good conversation. We're gonna be talking about on the last show, Mike brought up Mike was on the show with me. Y'all should go back and definitely check out the last show. It was a really good show. Shout out to my man Mike, shout out to Jojo, shout out to Jersey Devil, everybody, the three guest that was on the show with me last show on Tuesday. But he asked me a good question. You know, he said he looked at me as a good guy, and just that question made me think about, okay, what's going to be the topic for Thursday? And my question is, do you feel like good guys and girls, because I don't want to make it one-sided, do good guys and girls finish last? You know, why do people tend to be attracted to what's not good for them? You know, why does it take so long? And I am I can't even say that I what up? And if I ever fall. What up, Shy T is in the building. Welcome to the stream. So yeah. Do good guys? Thomas Cooper is in the building. Wait a minute. Is that my main man? Hold up. Is that my man? Coop Dizzle? Is that my man, Coop Dizzle? Yo, Coop, if that's you, Coop Dizzle, man, yo, I want y'all to say what up to the reason why I'm on this camera right now. My man, Coop Dizzle, is in the building. Oh man, before we get into any type of conversation, first of all, I want to say God bless you, Coop. Thank you. You were my inspiration almost 10 years ago, bro. The reason why I do this show, the reason why I've come across so many wonderful friends, so many great people, so many people have brought me into their lives is because of that gentleman right there, Thomas Cooper, aka Coop Dizzle. Shout out to my man Coop Dizzle. Coop Dizzle was a little, I don't want to call you a little boy, Coop Dizzle, but you know, you was like a little boy when you was watching, you know, like really young, really young. And I remember I first turned on that camera, man, and you got on that stream with me, and I was about to cut the camera off. And you said, Tovi, are you going to come back on tomorrow? And at first I was like, nah, I'm not coming back tomorrow. I mean, I seen what it was. But the fact that you asked me that question, bro, made me feel like, yo, I had to come back and do the show again. And from that day all the way almost 10 years later, bro. 14 years old, y'all. And I'm telling y'all right now, you never know. First of all, you never know who's watching you. Number one, you never know who draws inspiration from you. And it makes me feel so good to my heart to know that me and Coop drew inspiration from one another. Coop, you have no idea how much you changed my life for the better, my brother. And I love you, and God bless you for giving me the courage and giving me the motivation to stay in front of this camera. You are the reason why the WCIS exists. I love to give people their their flowers while they could still smell them. I like to celebrate people in the moment. And anytime I tell a story about the origin of this show, I always mention your name because you are the reason why I continue to do the show, and you were the motivation and the inspiration. So God bless you, my brother. Um, Congratulations on the marriage. Congratulations on your son. Correct me if I'm wrong. You have a son. I know you married, and you have a son, correct? All right. Coop Dizzle, I know you remember that name right there. It's Bad Girl. What up, Bad Girl Snipers in the building? But yeah, the first lady of the WCS, but my man Coop was the very first person to watch me before Hev got on the show. Before Eric got on the show, it was me and Coop. Cooper, hanging with my man is also cool. Shout out to my man, baby son and daughter on the way. My man Coop, 23 years old, putting in that work, but he doing it the right way because he married, y'all. He ain't out here breaking no homes down and creating no broken homes, for real. Shout out to my man Coop Dizzle, and thank you so much I was waiting for the day you jumped back into the stream, bro. And I'm so happy that you jumped in. So I was able to tell you, not so much face to face, but you know what I mean, face to face, how much our interaction meant to me. It still means to me, and how much credit, that's the right word, how much credit I give you. I think I'm done, hopefully. My man Coop is shooting up the club, y'all. Tell your wife I said congratulations, and tell her I said stay blessed and stay beautiful. All right. So tonight we talking. Yeah, bro. Yeah, well, you got the door on the way. You doing the grind too. I'm just joking with you, Coop. But yeah, Coop is in the building. And Coop, for real, bro, you got to come and jump on the show with me, man. You know, for all these times that we've interacted from when you were a young boy, now you're a grown man. I need you to come so we could really have a conversation live on the air, bro. That would bring the show full circle to me. You know, if you just jumped on the camera with me and just came in and had a conversation with me, so we could talk to one another. So this conversation won't always be a one way. You know, I've been talking to you through this camera since you was 14 years old, bro. You need to come on over to the show, man. Jump on the camera and come really join the show and take your rightful place at the table. You know, take your rightful place at the table. Shout out to my man Coop Dizzle. What up? New Balance is in the building. What up, New Balance? Welcome to the stream, my brother. Hopefully you feeling good, feeling great. Welcome to the WCIS. Tonight we are talking about, actually, let me go ahead and put the topic for tonight on the stream. All right. So no, hold on, let me show you. So what you do is, I'm gonna put a link right here. So you see the link in the comment section. You have to click that link to join the show, and then I'll bring you on to the show. It's just that simple. So just make sure when you jump on, make sure your microphone is right. Make sure that you have me turned down in the background so we don't get a reverb. And make sure, you know, your camera's good and you could come on. You come on the show whenever you want. No pressure. Whenever you feel like you want to jump on and have a conversation with us, jump into the conversation. Feel free, my brother. You know, the door is always open for you. All right. What up, New Balance? How you doing tonight? I was just talking to my man Coop Dizzle. He was the very first person to ever watch me on the WCIS. That's back when it didn't even have a title. It was just Tove on camera, sitting here talking to Coop. Tove and Coop just sitting, talking, having a conversation. All right, so the topic that I wanted to get into tonight is, why do you feel, okay, cool, maybe if I wasn't so musty right now, I would. My man Coop is musty. Well, they can't smell you through the camera, bro. But either way, whenever you're ready, bro, I stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. All right, so whenever you're ready. I used to watch you on PlayStation Live. Absolutely. Yeah, that's where the show started. That's where the show started. So everybody that's watching right now, let me know how long have you been watching the show? You know? How long have you been watching the show? For anyone who's gonna see this on YouTube, I used to do Hev, and Eric. We used to do the show on Ustream. It was on the PlayStation Network, and then we switched over to YouTube. All right, no problem, Coop. Whenever you're ready, bro. Whenever you're ready, take your time. Take your time. All right, so Coop, I got a good question for you. Do you feel like nice guys finish last? For all the gentlemen, all the ladies in the comment section, let me know how long you've been watching. And also the question for tonight is, do you feel like nice guys and nice girls finish last? All right. Do you feel like people are naturally attracted to people that they can't, I don't want to say can't. Is can't the right word? Are they naturally attracted to people that they feel like will give them more of a challenge, someone that doesn't want them, someone that may be a little bit more dangerous and not such a sure thing? You know, do nice guys and girls finish last? Because, you know, that definitely has a repercussion when you're dealing with someone or you're interested in someone. I've been watching the WCIS since I think 2014. All right. All the answers to the questions will be put up onto the screen. I will read them out aloud. Oh, my man Ashley Larry is in the building. The fourth hostman. What up, Ashley Larry? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. How you doing, my brother? All right. Let me see what my man Coop. I feel like media has a big part in it. What you mean, nice guys and nice girls finishing last? Do you believe nice guys and nice girls finish last? Coop, what do you think? I think let me really think about that. Do nice guys and girls finish last? I think I have to say yes. I think I have to say yes. I think nice guys and girls finish last. But explain why you feel that way, Coop. But I do agree with you. Media and social media plays a big part in that, you know. But why do you feel like people are usually attracted to the challenge? You know, someone who's considered to be too nice. You know, what does that really mean when someone says, "Yeah, you're too nice," or you know, you're perfect for me, but you're just not my type. What do y'all think that means? You know, it can mean it to me. It means a plethora of things, but for everyone in the chat, what do y'all think that means? You know, if someone tells you, you know, I think you're wonderful, you're really nice, but you know, you're just not the right person for me. I think when we're young and when we have more options, people tend to take nice people and that kind heart for granted. You know, and it can do a lot of damage to people when you take those things for granted. You know, it'll allow a lot of people's warm heart to turn cold. And I definitely think that it definitely carries on going forward. You know, it can affect people all the way up into adulthood when they weren't treated correctly, loved correctly, appreciated for their kindness and generosity and being loyal and being trustworthy. You know, it kind of like makes you feel like, you know what, I might as well just go ahead and be an asshole, because it seems like the nicer I am to people, the more they take more advantage. All right, hold on. Let's see what Ashley Larry had to say. It could mean the person may think when someone is too nice, they can't be the protector and protector role of a relationship. All right. Nice guy is another word for simp. My lady would say, I'm not into I'm not too nice of a guy. When I have an opinion or belief, I won't change it. for nothing. If it hurts your feelings, that's on you. All right. Let's see. That's your interpretation. Gotta be a good balance of it all. I don't believe that a nice I don't believe being a nice person is another word for being a simp. I don't agree with that, but I do understand where you're coming from. I guess what I said really didn't make sense for the question. Yeah, I feel like a nice person, I feel like nice people have a unrealistic standard. Okay. And a nice guy won't punch a dude for disrespecting your lady. When you too nice of a guy it is. Um okay, New Balance. This is a this is this is a lot to unpack here. Hold on. All right. And a nice guy won't punch a dude for disrespecting your lady. All right. Now, yeah, you can punch a dude for disrespecting your lady. And then that dude that you punch could pull out a gun and shoot you in the face. And then shoot your lady in the face. So there, you're right. There has to be a balance because that balance can flip against you too. The balance doesn't always go in your favor. The balance can go against you. So yeah, I agree with you. It definitely has to be a balance, and you have to weigh. Some people don't have anything to lose. So you could be a nice guy, but not punching somebody in the face for disrespecting you doesn't mean that you're nice. It could also mean that you're very smart. Because you have a wife, you have children, you punch somebody in the face, and then they pull out a gun and shoot you. Now, you thought at that moment you were protecting your lady, but now they are left unprotected forever because you're no longer around. So you're right. It definitely has to be a balance, my brother. Too nice of a guy can be deemed as a pushover. And see, this is the problem, you know, because nice women get pushed over too. Nice women get pushed over too. But very rarely do we look at nice women as pushovers. But they can get pushed over also. So I think we need to take a further step back and look at it from a broader spectrum. Being a nice person, being a good person, and being nice is a beautiful thing. I think the problem people run into is you cannot be nice to everyone. That's what I believe. You definitely can't be nice to everyone. But being a genuinely nice person, because see, y'all are painting it in just one scenario. Being nice means being nice to everyone. So you're painting it strictly in a scenario of being nice pertaining to your lady. But as men, we assume, okay. But we as men are always assumed to be in the dominant position of a relationship. But see, being nice doesn't only, I'm not only, when I'm speaking of it, I'm not only speaking of it in terms of relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be strictly a romantic relationship that we're talking about. What about being nice to your teacher when you're a little child in school? So when you're being nice to your teacher, is that looked at as being a pushover? Would you tell your children not to be nice? I'm just asking a question. I've seen nice guys get straight up played by NY women, disrespecting in public and do or say nothing to hold their own. Yeah. Anyone can be disrespected. Anyone can be disrespected. I've seen dominant guys get disrespected. I've seen dominant guys um get disrespected by men and women. Also, there's a time and place to be nice and to be assertive. Now, that I agree with 100%. That I definitely agree with. I believe there is a time and a place to be nice and assertive. So, if you don't look at it strictly when it comes to relationships, do you feel like nice guys, nice men and women, nice guys or girls finish last? Uh-oh, Joanna. What up, Jojo? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. All right. The question for tonight, do you feel like nice guys or girls finish last? You know? Because me personally, I've always been a very nice person. There's a difference between being nice and weak. There's a difference between being nice and weak and being willing to stand up for yourself, you know? The secret is to know how to read the room and act accordingly. Absolutely, New Balance. I agree with you 100%. You got to be able to. Okay, Joanna said, yeah, I do. So why do you believe nice guys and girls finish last? I'm really a nice dude too, but don't play with me. All right, I can rock with you on that one. All right, now we back on the same page, bro. We back on the same page. All right. Being nice most often gets you laughed at, disrespected, bullied, etc. And relationship, workplace. I must be very fortunate. I must be the most fortunate man that I've come across then, because I've always because you're seen as a chump. So when a woman is nice, she's seen as a chump also. I've always been nothing but nice. But for some reason, people have always respected me and not let my niceness and try to take my niceness for weakness. I think what New Balance said was very true. There's a balance to it. You have to know who to be nice to. So if you feel like nice girls and guys finish last, so you're saying that men and women should be mean? Should we be mean? And what Shy said goes to what social and society pushes on the masses. I thought it was the question says, do nice guys and girls finish last? You can answer it however you like. But what I'm saying is I would ask everyone to take a step back and really think about it and not just look at it in one point of view. In relationships, yeah, a lot of times nice guys and girls do finish last. But should we teach people to be okay? So then if nice guys and girls finish last, should we teach our children to be mean? Because all right, so then somebody got to help me. Okay, so Joanna, you said dang no. So no, we shouldn't teach our children to be mean. So yeah, so now you got to help me understand. If nice guys and girls finish last and you want your children to finish first, should you teach your children to be mean? Obviously, we don't want to teach our children to be mean, right? I'm nice to people who treat me nice. You act dumb with me, I'm going to hit you with that same vibe right back. Okay. What I do is make it into a joke and grow off of it. Good answer. Great answer, Coop. Never mean, but you have to show I'm nice, but don't take me there or I will get on you. Exactly. Sometimes you attract what you are. I consider myself, okay, BX the Great One said, I consider myself to be a nice guy, but as I start to realize some people are taking advantage of me, I used to be the yes guy. Once I realized it's nothing wrong with saying, until I realized there's nothing wrong with saying no sometimes. And that's what I think is very important, to let people feel comfortable with telling you no. Because when a person feels comfortable with telling you no, that means that they really trust you, and that means that they are really in tune with you, and they feel like they can be honest with you and just tell you no. So let me see what new about. My kids are nice. They're good kids. But when someone tries to hurt or disrespect them, they need to stand firm and not be walked on. They need to know when to fight back. Exactly. So if most people seem like y'all saying nice guys and girls finish last, so then what should we teach the children? To be mean? Should we try to teach them is just accept, if you're going to be nice, you're going to be last? I don't agree with that, and I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that. BX, I completely agree with that. Okay. Sometimes you attract what you are. Yeah, I mean, I've always considered myself to be a nice guy, but I amazingly I've never had anyone, man or woman, really come at me crazy, test me, or anything. Um I think it is about the energy that you put out. I think it's about being level-headed. I think it's about weighing what you have to lose. So I just asked my little man, and he said, to be honest, I believe nice guys and girls finish last when you are nice to everyone. Shouldn't teach them to be mean. Teach them to have their opinions, feelings, and beliefs, and take other people's feelings into consideration. Wonderful, wonderful. Absolutely. For the most part, nice people finish last. That doesn't mean you treat people with disrespect. You have to find that balance between the two. Okay, but now, if nice guys and girls are finishing last, which I do agree with, but what I'm talking about now is, if we all agree that nice guys and girls finish last, then how do we go about trying to change that narrative? Because um if you're a nice person, if you're a genuinely nice person, can we all agree the world needs more genuinely nice people? Does the world have we become this jaded? Do the world need more nice people? I think we do. I think we do. Um okay. I believe nice people using Tinder get the wrong idea why people use that app. I agree with Tove 100%. Um we have to be we have to we have to know who to be nice to. We also have to be nice to the people who are being nice to us. Jojo, what did your son say? What was the outcome of the question that you asked him? But of course it does. Right. So doesn't the conversation seem a little odd if we're saying nice people finish last, but the world needs more nice people? You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's something to really think about. I don't think nice people I don't have the answer. You said you won't be able to change that. You won't be able to change the fact that nice people finish last. I think in the world we live in, yeah, in the world that we live in and the way that it's structured, it will be very difficult to change it. But is it wise to continue to teach it? Like, yeah, teaching it to the people around you and living it like nice people finish last. I think that we all should aspire to be nice people to one another. Jasmine is in the building. What up, Jasmine? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. All right, Jasmine, do you feel like nice guys and girls finish last? Um, to play it safe, treat others the way that how they treat you. Absolutely. I agree with that also. I mean, like going back to what I was saying, I've always considered myself to be a very nice person. And I can't say that I finished last. I definitely can't say. I know that I'm not. I think okay. I got it. I got it. Nice people very rarely finish first. I think that should be the new saying. I don't think nice guys or girls finish last. I think nice guys and girls very rarely finish first. I think that's a much better, appropriate, and true statement. That's what I'll say. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I cannot say no. I had to really think about it, and listening to everybody, y'all helped me see it in a different perspective. And I've changed my mind because I originally said nice guys and girls finish last. No, nice guys and girls do not finish last. I take that back. All right, I gotta tune out. Gotta give my boy a bath and get him ready for bed. How long do you stream? I'll probably be on for another hour and a half. Each show is usually about 2 hours. All right, so thank you for tuning in, Coop. Thank you for your contribution. And if you come back, yeah, I'll be back. If not, I'll be back on Sunday, my brother. All right, God bless you. I love you, and congratulations on everything, on your family, the marriage, and everything, bro. And thank you so much for being the inspiration behind this show. All right. You're nice. You want to donate to my PlayStation 5 fund? I actually really would. I won't donate that much, but hey, every dollar counts, right? I'll give you $5 towards your PlayStation 5. I don't care. It don't make a difference to me. It really doesn't. And I'm being dead serious. If I'm not back, I have Sunday off. Okay, bro. So maybe you could come jump on the show on Sunday, all right? Just don't be musty. Don't be musty. Shout out to my man Coop Dizzle. First, and also you gotta go change your government. Your government. Gotta change that government name, bro. Gotta change it back to Coop Dizzle, bro. You gotta take it back to the back in the day. All right. My kids are passed out on the couch. They fell out while I watch a new incident. Yeah, I think that to me, I think that's a more appropriate saying. Nice guys and girls don't finish last, but very rarely do they finish first. Nah, I'm saying if someone asks me for my help and it's within my power, I'll do it. And the reason why I stand so firmly and so strong on being a nice person and being nice to other people is because God has always rewarded me for being a nice person. You know, I don't have it all. I don't have it all, but Lord knows if I have enough to share, then I have more. I have enough. You know, if you can share, you have enough. You know, and I have enough to share. So thank you, God. Thank you for allowing me to have enough. You know. But yeah, everybody, make sure y'all remember that name. All right. Thomas Cooper, Coop Dizzle. He was the very first person to watch the show with us. All right, Coop, have a wonderful night, bro. All right, Jojo said send the link. All right, Joe, I got you. All right. All right, Jojo. I just put the link up. So just make sure your camera's nice and settled. Make sure your voice is nice and clear. All right. And jump on in and get into the conversation. All right. But yeah, nice people very rarely finish first because of the way things are set up. But I think nice people are also rewarded. They are rewarded most abundantly. Depends on, you just have to be able to see your blessings. If you continue to be a good, nice person to other people, a good person, a nice person, I think God will bless you. I really think God will bless you. All right, Jojo, get your camera together. I don't see you on camera yet, all right, before I let you knock on the door. But I definitely want to hear what your son had to say about whether he feels nice guys and girls finish last. Now, what about ladies? I heard everybody give a male's perspective. So all the people that gave the male's perspective, what do y'all think about ladies finishing last? All right. I see Jojo getting ready in the background. All right, Jojo, make sure you got that camera nice and steady. Make sure your voice is nice and clear. Turn yourself up in the headphones so you can hear it. I want everybody to hear you loud and clear. All right. Make sure you got your best internet connection set up so it won't be freezing. Make sure everything is good, all right? We got to put on a good show for the people, all right? But because this is a great conversation for me to have with Jojo because I consider her to be a very nice woman. She said herself on the show. She said that she considers herself to be a nice person, and sometimes it's worked in her favor, sometimes it's worked against her. So I think it's a great conversation to have because we don't need people saying, all right, I don't need to be nice anymore. I need to be mean. I need to be, it's nothing wrong with being nice. Being a nice person, being a good person shouldn't come with a negative tone to it. It shouldn't come as a negative. But for some reason, it's like, I don't like nice guys, and it's like it comes across as very negative. So that's why I wanted to jump into it and talk about it. All right, so let's let Jojo knock on the door. All right, and we're gonna bring Jojo on in.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi.
How you doing? You doing good?
I'm good.
All right. Hold on. Let's
Can't
bring
complain.
up. All right, wonderful. So, what did you ask? You said you asked your son. Did you ask him the same question? Why does he believe nice guys finish last?
Yes.
And what did he say?
He said you have to be just honest.
You have to be honest.
Honest and like just like truthful, basically. So I don't because he's basically turning 11, so he doesn't really understand.
Oh, okay, he's 11. Okay.
Yes. He doesn't understand the idea of relationships, but for him to even say that is even impressed. Like it's impressive because it's like the idea that like 11-year-old is talking about like being honest with anybody.
Right.
Like.
Well, that's a representation of his parents.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was gonna go. I was gonna be like, I did good. We did good. Like,
right.
Hats off.
Exactly. That's a representation of his parents. So that's a wonderful thing. So now that you're live on the air with me, because I've struggled with this conversation, I've struggled with this question myself, because I consider myself to be a very nice person. And I have had people take advantage of my niceness, but I've also been blessed abundantly because of how nice I've been to people. So it leaves me a little perplexed when I'm thinking about, do nice guys and girls finish last? And it's hard for me to take myself out of the equation because I know who I am, and I know genuinely in my heart that I don't want any harm to come to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
If I could help everyone, I would. You know, if I would, I could. I don't mean anyone. I want what's best for everyone, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
I really see I hold myself because I know myself better than I know anyone else. I hold myself as the standard in my own mind and in my own heart of, okay, you know, I'm a pretty good person. I'm a really nice person. I treat people the way I would want to be treated for the most part. Now I got to look at myself and say, okay, how has that hindered me and how has that helped me? Now, I think when you get out into the world, it can hinder you a lot.
Yes, it
But I
can.
think right, but I think when you are when you're with yourself and when you're in solitude, that's when it will reward you. Because that's when you know you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, regardless of how cruel the world has treated me, and no matter how cruel the world has treated others, I have remained a good hearted, nice person. And I
Yes,
think for me, and I can't speak for anyone else, but for me, that is reward enough.
yes. I'm gonna say yes to that. I
Okay.
have no other comment to that, but like I do understand what you're saying. It's like when you like live your life and you're like just dealing with everything, even with my kids, like they my my 11-year-old, he just told me. He just told me that you have to be honest and like basically honest and truthful with your a person like if it's not even a thing, but it is what it is. Like so yeah, so
So, what do you think? Do you think
I'm
you
think
consider yourself to be a nice person, right?
I do consider myself to be a
Genuinely.
nice person. Genuinely.
Okay.
Yes.
So, you genuinely consider yourself to be a nice person. Do you
Yes.
feel like you are in last place? Because that is the question. Do nice guys and girls finish last?
Yes, but I don't feel like I'm in the last place.
Okay, so then explain that to me. Because I said earlier, I think I'm going to change. I think I need to change the saying. It's not that nice guys and girls finish last. I think they very rarely finish first.
Yes. I
And
like that
I
saying.
just thought of that tonight. I didn't think of this. I didn't think of that ahead of time. It just
I
dawned on me when I was reading the questions. I do not believe nice guys and girls finish last. I think it's very difficult for nice guys and girls to finish first.
I think after like honestly when they're in a relationship, like I think they don't finish last at that point because they're in a relationship at that point. Like
Well,
I,
relationship is about balance. So in a relationship, no one should be trying to finish first.
mm,
Who,
mm,
all right. Well,
mm,
if you disagree,
mm.
then help me understand who should be finishing first.
Nobody's finishing first, but it's there's always going to be a competition for that position. You know,
What
like
posi-
it's
what uh, what position are we talking about? The dominant position in a relationship?
yes.
No, you should not. No, Joe, you can't compete with your man for the dominant position in a relationship. Why
Why
would
not?
as a woman? Why would you want to be the dominant?
I mean, it's fun. It's I think it's more of a damn,
Do you
Toby,
think
like
that
you got
I'm
me
the
on the
nah?
spot.
It's not
Like
about me. It's not about me having you on the spot. It's about
you
having
got me on the
it's
spot.
about having an honest conversation
Okay.
between between two people. And I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I'm just trying to understand your point of view. So if you're
Yeah.
saying that you're competing with your man for the dominant position in a relationship, do you think that that is
I
healthy? And also, have you looked at that from a male's point of view?
okay. So I never expected myself to be a dominant person. I
Okay.
am an aggressive, submissive person.
Okay.
That's who I'm going to identify as. So
Okay.
like no, yeah, I'm not dominant. Like he's the man, he's the king, he's alpha, he's everything.
Okay.
So yeah, no, like
Right.
no.
So what I correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think in a relationship we should be competing with one another.
We're not.
Right. So
Yeah.
so if you're not competing with each other, then there should
Mm-hmm.
be no reason for you to feel like I'm fighting for the number one spot and the dominant spot in the relationship. I
Mm-hmm.
believe that there should be a balance between the two of you, and that sometimes you need to take the lead with your strong points. You may be better at when it comes to planning a vacation. You know, he may be a better driver.
He is a better driver.
Exactly. So that's right. So that right there, that doesn't mean that y'all are competing. It means that at certain points, one person needs to take the lead on this and the other person needs to take the lead on that. But
Yes.
y'all are working together. It's not a competition.
It's
Because from a male's point of view, I know I wouldn't want my woman saying that she's competing with me for the dominant position in our relationship.
Oh, if that came across that way, like it's not. Like he's so my guy. Like he's so the king. That's not what I was trying to to put across. Like
Okay.
he's definitely the king. Like he's definitely the one that like runs everything. Not runs everything, but
No, he shouldn't. No. I don't think a man should run everything.
yes, he's definitely the one that like is the king. Like he's definitely a king. Like
Right.
he's my guy.
I think that in a relationship, I
Mhm.
think that both people should have input.
Yes.
That's number one. But I feel like as the man, when everything else fails, it's my responsibility to put things back on track. It should not be my wife's responsibility or my girl's responsibility to get things and fix things. At the end of the day, I feel like as the man, it's my obligation. Okay, we tried it my way. It didn't work. We tried it your way. It didn't work. We came up with an idea together. It didn't work. Okay, we tried it every way we could try it. Baby, step to the side. I got this. I think that's where the dominance as a man should step in at that point. We tried it. I listened to your opinion. You listened to my opinion. We came up with a plan together. None of it worked. So at the end of the day, let me go figure it out, baby. Do you trust me or do you not? Okay, if you could say I trust you, then you let him go figure it out. But if you can't say that you trust him, then what kind of relationship or marriage do you have if you can't say wholeheartedly you trust the man that you're married to? I'm not talking about you in particular. I'm saying in general.
I do agree with that. I'm gonna agree with that because that does sound like definitely what we go through. So yeah,
right.
I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing.
All right. Let's see what Ashley Larry had to say. Finishing first always. You want to read it? You could go ahead and read it.
Finishing first always points target on your back. Everybody is gunning for that spot. The leader has to have some darkness in them to fight. Actually, Larry. Okay. Has a fight
to fight off that negative energy.
Yes, to fight off.
That doesn't mean you're being a bad person, though. I agree with Ashley Larry on that.
I do.
The best way that you can catch a criminal. The best way you could catch a criminal is to.
This is the one.
Oh, what's going on, my brother? How you doing? Wait a minute. What's his name?
Brandon.
Brandon, what's going on, bro? Welcome to the show, man.
Tell him hi.
All right, Brandon. I got a good question for you, my brother. All right. Your mother asked you this question. Your mother asked you this question earlier, but now I'm gonna ask you. All right, because I want you to answer the question live on the show. All right.
He can't.
You ready?
Hear you. He can't hear you, but tell me, and I'm gonna tell him.
All right. I'm gonna ask him the same question that you asked him, but I want him to give his answer here live on the show.
Okay.
Go ahead. Tell him.
So I asked you the question, but he's going to ask you the same question and give the response on the show. Okay.
All right.
Come back into the show. Come back
Wait a
into
minute,
the show.
Jojo. You have
Yes.
you have two earbuds in?
I do have two earbuds in.
Give him one.
Okay.
All right, get it ready. We gotta get Brandon up on here, you know. All right, we're gonna let them jump back in. All right, hold on. I'm gonna put the link back up. Maybe when the phone hit it. This is great. Now this is great. Now this is what the show is about. I love talking to the youth. Talking to the youth is so important. So Joanna, whenever y'all get it situated, just knock right back on the door and I'll let y'all back in. All right. But yes, Ashley, I agree with you 100%. The best way to catch a criminal is to really have the mind of a criminal. You got to have a little bit of dirt on you. You got to have a little bit of edge on you. You got to have a little bit of darkness to really understand where that person's mind could go. If you just standing in the light saying, oh, everything is going to be great, it's going to be very hard for you to combat that evil. So I agree with you 100%. That's a wonderful point. That's a wonderful point. All right. So Jojo, whenever you're ready, I just put the link is back in the chat, so you can come and jump back in. All right. But I really want to ask Brandon a couple of questions because it's really good to hear from the youth, to hear from people that are living in the world that we always are talking about. Like, whoa, I feel sorry for the young kids nowadays. We need to hear their point of view. We need to hear their opinion. They're living in a completely different world than we had to grow up in. So it's great to hear their point of view. So I really want to ask Brandon a couple of questions just to see what he has to say. He seems like a very bright and kind young gentleman. All right. Jojo is back in the background. All right, Jojo. So you and Brandon both can hear now? All right, Brandon, you can hear me. Give me the thumbs up. All right. Let's bring Brandon to the show. All right. Welcome to we're going to bring Brandon to the show. All right. Let's set it up. All right, Brandon, before I get into the question and everything, let me explain to you. My name is Tovi, and I used to work with your mother back at Starbucks. All right.
Yes.
But on the show, I call myself Little Fat Mushy Tove. and the name of the show is WCIS, and it stands for We Can Inspire Someone. All right.
Yes.
I just wanted you to understand the show that you're on. All right, and it's the community that's all about unity. All right. So my question for you is: do you feel like nice guys or nice people finish last? No, they don't finish last. Okay, now I want you to explain to me, why do nice people not finish last?
Because usually being nice gives you an advantage other than being people.
Wait a minute.
Say it loud.
You said when you're nice?
Yeah, when you're nice, you have an advantage over mean people.
Okay,
so when
now
you're nice, you have an advantage of being over mean people.
Okay, now that is a great answer. That is one of the best answers that we got tonight, because Brandon said when you're nice, you have an advantage over mean people.
Yeah.
And it's a very simple answer, but it's filled with a lot of really good knowledge and substance behind it. The advantage of being nice is people fear people who are mean. You might fear someone who is mean, but it's better to be respected, because if someone fears you at some point, if someone fears you at some point, they might want to harm you.
Yes. Is that true?
But if someone respects you, and if people respect you, all the people around you will protect you. Because they respect you. So that is the advantage that nice people have over mean people. When you're nice to other people, people will respect you for it. And when people respect you, people will protect you. But when you're mean, people will fear you. And out of that fear, eventually they might want to hurt you.
So does that happen to you in school? No?
That's great that's great that it doesn't happen. So what is the biggest, so do you consider yourself to be a nice young man, Brandon?
Do you think you're nice?
Yeah.
You think
All
so?
right. So now here's a good question for you, Brandon. So what are some of the best things about being a nice young man? And what are some of the biggest challenges of being nice when you go to school every day?
Alright, so if you're nice, right, you can have some friends, right? You can joke around a little bit, but like if you're nice, you know, you have friends, people respect you. But like challenges is that people will think like that you're dumb or something. They don't really. Some people don't really like nice people because they don't like edge up to them.
They don't edge up to them. What does that mean? What does
like
that?
They don't equal them.
They don't equal them. So like you mean like so when people are being mean,
like mean people like mean people.
Mean people are being mean. I don't get it.
So look, a nice person, a mean person.
Okay.
The mean person does not like the nice person.
The mean person does not like the nice person. Okay.
All right.
Keep going.
So they would try and bully the nice person. They're nice and they're mean.
Okay, so they're gonna bully the person. The mean person is going to bully the nice person because they're nice. Okay.
Right. So Brandon, so what I think you're saying is when you're nice, there's more people against you. You don't have as many people on your side when you're nice, but when you're being mean, people tend to follow the mean people over being nice. Right. And that is a challenge. You know, there's more there if there were kids fighting in the street, right?
Mm-hmm. Here's
kids are out fighting in the street. You got your phone in your hand, right? That's your phone?
Mm-hmm. That's all right. This is phone.
That's your phone right there. So now if kids are fighting in the street, how many of your friends at school do you think will pull out their phone and videotape that fight? Keep counting. Keep counting. Right.
Oh my God.
Right. So a lot of right. So right. A lot of people would pull out their phone and film the two kids fighting. Right. So now let me ask you this: if you were helping an old lady across the street, how many kids would pull out their phone and videotape that?
Same answer.
Same answer.
So you think
some of them would be nice about it, but some of them would be mean about it as well.
All right. So who do you think which video do you think would get recorded more? The fight. Exactly.
The fight.
Right. That's the point that I want you to understand. That's why it's so much more difficult to be a nice person than it is to be a mean person, because people are naturally attracted to the negative.
Yes.
People are not naturally attracted to the positive. It takes a very strong person to be nice in a world full of negative people.
Like, so what I would tell you, his nickname is Boss Man. Just to let you guys know. Boss Man.
All right, Boss Man.
Boss Man. That's his nickname.
All right, Boss Man. So the piece of advice that I would give to you is, no matter how difficult it becomes, always remain who you are. And if you are a nice person in your heart, don't ever change, my brother. Stay the good, nice person that you are. But you have to remember and realize, what you got to realize is you can't be nice to I'm going to wait for you to put your earphone in. All right. You can't be nice to everybody. You got to pick and choose who you be nice to, because everyone that you're nice to is not always going to be nice to you.
Yes.
All right. So now I put everybody that come on the show, I always put them on the spot. And you gotta get put on the spot too, Brandon. All right.
On the spot. You're gonna put on the spot.
You gotta get put on the spot too. All right. First of all, hold up. Let me say what up to my man Tom is in the building. What up, Tom? What's going on, my brother? I did not. I gotta acknowledge you. All right. And what up, Travis? Travis in the building. What up? All right. So, Brandon, my question to you now is, if you on the show with me, I want you to ask the people that are watching. I want you to ask me. I want you to ask your mother, whoever. I want you to ask a question for the people, and we're all going to answer your question.
Oh.
All right. You can ask. I want you to ask whatever question you want about being an adult, about I mean, I don't know how at 11 years old, I don't know if, okay, you ready? You got your question? All right, let's go.
So, are most adult problems hard?
Are most adult problems hard? I would say
yes.
I would say adult problems can be very challenging.
Yes.
If you haven't been taught and prepared how to deal with them.
Put your ear back in.
Did you hear me? Most adult problems can be very difficult and challenging if you were not taught how to deal with them. Now, there's certain things that your mother will not be able to teach you how to deal with. You're going to have to learn on your own.
Yes.
Especially as a young man. You know, there's going to be things that you have to learn on your own as a young man. She can guide you. She can put you in a great environment. She can lead you. But it's going to come a point in time where you're going to have to make a decision whether you're going to listen to her advice or if you're going to do what you want to do. You know? And always remember, your mother is older and she's been through whatever she's telling you. It's not because she's just being mean or she doesn't want you to do it. It's because she understands the negative, the bad side of it and the effect. So adult problems can be very difficult and challenging if you're not prepared for them. But if you have parents and you have a mother or father, which you do, that's preparing you, then it's not as difficult as you think it is. You just have to make sure you make the right decisions. And some of the right decisions is staying away from drugs, staying away from getting drunk, hanging out with the wrong crowd, getting caught up with girls and having babies at 15, 16 years old. That makes your life very difficult. But if you stay away from those things and you focus on getting a good education or learning a trade, being a good young man, being a good person, being a good son, if you do all of those things, then you'll easily grow up to be a good man, a great father, and a great husband. You feel me? All right. That was a great question, Brandon. Thank you so much. Let me give a shout out to my man Corey Jackson is in the building, aka Dookie Smooth. What up, Corey? What's going on, bro? All right. But so Brandon, let me ask you one more question before I let you get up off of here. Unless you want to, I'm not saying you have to get up off of here, but I'm just saying. Okay, you do have to. All right, so I'm gonna ask you one more question. All right, and this is a question for all the adults. You can give us a piece of advice. All right.
Ooh.
You ready to give? You ready to give all the adults a piece of advice?
Yeah.
All right.
I think you can.
Nah, you got to be ready. You got to be ready to give the adults a piece of advice, bro.
He says no, but I feel like his word.
How you ain't even hear the question yet?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
No, he told me to give him advice.
No, he's gonna ask you a question. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
All right.
Okay.
So the question that I have for you is, tell all the adults that are watching right now and any adults that's going to watch this in the future, what's something about being a child that adults don't seem to understand?
Oh, that's a great question.
Here's your chance. You can tell.
Most people would say, "Oh, you can't pause the online game."
You can
I say that's what most people would say.
What would you say?
What would you say?
give the adults a piece of advice, something that adults don't understand about being a child.
Brandon Wellington wants to say that. Like, what would you don't know? Like, you do know. Just say it.
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't? You sure?
Yeah, I don't know.
You can't give us a. Okay, so let me ask the question in a different way. All right.
He's gonna ask.
What's the most challenging thing about being 11 years old?
I'm 10, but I'm almost 11.
You're about to be 11.
Okay, what's the most challenging thing about being 10 and a half years old?
Getting bossed by a brother.
Again.
Wait a minute. I thought you said, hold up. I thought you said you was the boss man.
Oh my God. So you're not boss man? No, you're not boss man? Because Rashawn's boss man? Okay.
Well, that's what you say.
I didn't say that.
No, that's what he would say.
He would say that. Okay. He would say that he's boss man. Okay.
All right. Brandon, thank you so much for jumping on the show with us, bro. I appreciate it. And anytime you want to jump onto the show and ask a question or get a part, as long as we ain't talking about nothing we be having some adult topics sometime, but tonight was a good topic for you to jump on. All right. We just talking about we talking about nice people versus mean people. So everybody can have an opinion on that. All right. So Brandon, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Can you give parting words to them? Like say something nice and say goodbye?
Well, you can change it. My principal says this. You change the world by being kind.
You change the world by being kind.
All right. Wait a minute. Got to get him on camera saying that he's up in the corner. There you go. Say that again, Brandon.
Say it again, Brandon.
Change the world by being kind.
Absolutely. And I appreciate you. Absolutely right, Brandon. Thank you so much for jumping on the show with us tonight. All right.
Now you have to do this thing called.
All right. So now I gotta bring him back onto the show. All right. So when I'm leaving wait a minute. Now I gotta show you how to do it, Brandon. So when I'm leaving the show, I always end the show with saying, all right, thank you so much for tuning in to the show. This is your boy, Little Fat Mushy Toad, representing the WCIS. We can inspire someone. OPP, only promote positivity. Shout out to Waterbed Hev. Shout out to Uncle DV. And shout out to the community. That's all about. And then when I say unit, I'm going to say unity. And you got to go unity. All right?
You ready?
Yep.
All right, you ready? All right, thank you.
High pitch voice.
All right.
Okay.
So it's your boy, Little Fat Mushy Toad, representing the WCIS. We can inspire someone. OPP, only promote positivity. Shout out to Waterbed Hev. Shout out to Uncle DV. Shout out to Brandon. Thank you for tuning in to the community. That's all about unity. All right. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, my brother. God bless you. God bless you.
Give me a kiss. I love you, buddy. Good
That's
night.
right. All right. Now on this show, we have this show really means a lot to me. Number one, because my man Coop Dizzle jumped onto the show. Coop Dizzle was watching the show when he was 14 years old. He's 23 years old now, and married with a child and a little son and a daughter on the way. At the end of every show, yeah. He left for tonight, but what up, Pep Daddy? Daddy Pep, happy birthday to Daddy Pep. What up, Pep Daddy? Happy birthday, bro. Shout out to Pep Daddy. All right, shout out to Rebel One. Let me see. Wait a minute. Ashley Larry. Tove, you should tell everyone to post a pic that comes on from Tove, you should tell everyone or post a pic of where that comes from so they can get to understand. What up, Rebel One? What's going on, my brother? God bless you. God bless. All right. So
good night.
So the fact that Coop Dizzle jumped on the show with us, and the fact that Brandon just jumped on the show with us. We used to sing a song at the end of the show, me, Hev, and Eric. We always used to sing, I believe the children are the future, teach them well and let them lead the way. You know, that was our outro. But at the end of the day, I know that the show is called We Can Inspire Someone. But for me, this is just me personally. I hope the real reason deep down in my heart that I do this show, and I do it whether it's 8 people watching, if it's 1 person watching, if it was 1,000,000 people watching, it makes no difference to me, because these videos are going to go on and live on way after I'm dead and gone. And I just hope that people come across this channel, and I hope that they are able to take some positive words from what we're talking about, especially the younger people. I cannot talk to every young person. Jersey Devil's in the building. What up, Jersey Devil? Lurking in the background. Okay. Shout out to Jersey Devil. I just hope that the younger generation, because I feel like the things that was taught to me from my grandmother, my great grandmother, those things are starting to fade away. So I just hope that I'm doing my little bit of part to help keep those old traditions and a lot of those old things, the teachings that we had when we were young. Some of them need to be updated, I'll admit, but some of them need to be reinstated also, and they need to be reinstated permanently because we're losing them. So that's what I mean. I just hope that these videos can help the youth and the children, you know.
I'm going to introduce you to my 17-year-old, and let's see what he says. Hey, buddy. Put your earpiece on, because you're about to be on a podcast.
That's nice.
That's nice. It is nice. He says it's nice.
Hello.
All right, we met Brandon. What's it?
This is Rashawn.
Rashawn, what's going on, my brother? How you doing?
What's up, man? I'm doing good right now.
All right, hold on. What you doing? You playing some? What you was on the computer or playing video game?
Yeah, I'm playing video games right now.
I knew you was playing a video game, bro. I don't want to keep you away from your video game for too long, bro. Because trust me, I love playing my video games too. What game you was playing?
It's a game called Deep Woken.
Deep
It's like
Woken?
a fighting game. Yeah, it's like a fighting game.
Okay, you nice? Game. You nice?
Yeah.
All right. All right. All right. Wait a minute. What's your name again? I don't want to get it wrong. Rashawn. Okay, Rashawn. All right, Rashawn. I asked Brandon and I asked your mother. I'm gonna ask you now. All right. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like nice guys finish last?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I want you to explain to me, why do nice guys finish last?
I mean, it's pretty obvious. They give the girl everything they want. They don't make them earn anything.
Okay, they give the girl everything that they want and don't make them earn anything. Yeah. All right, so Rashawn, I want you to take yourself out of the relationship point of view and look at it as being a nice person to everyone.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying nice.
I'm not saying do you finish last in a relationship. I'm saying being a nice person overall. Do you feel like nice people overall, not just in relationships? Do you feel like nice people overall finish last?
Well,
now it's a different question, right?
Yeah, it's definitely different.
All right, there we go. Now we're on the same track, my brother. Do nice guys or girls finish last, not just in relationships, but in general?
I wouldn't say finish last, but they wouldn't get super far.
Now that's exactly what I said. Me and Rashawn on
it. Gotta be mean.
No. Hold on. No, bro. No. Rashawn, this is what I said earlier. I want you to tell me if you agree with me, all right? I said nice guys or girls don't finish last, but it'll be very difficult for them to ever finish first.
Yeah.
All right. I agree with him 100% on that. I believe that. Nice guys or girls don't finish last.
Why?
Why will nice guys or girls why would nice guys or girls never finish first?
Because they'll be thinking about other people.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
You think in NASCAR the first place person needs about second place?
Exactly.
He's my kid 100%, like for sure. Okay.
No. That's a great question. I mean, that's a great answer, Rashawn, and I agree with you. For the people that are at the top, they don't care about the people at the bottom.
Yeah.
You know, they will step on your back. They'll step on your neck. Y'all still there or did it cut off? It just went black for a minute. All right, I'm gonna remove when y'all ready. When y'all come back on camera, I'll bring you back. All right, let me see what Tom said. All right, you back? All right, here we go.
Okay.
All right. The people at the top don't really care too much about the people on the bottom. And that's why the way the world is set up now is not set up for nice people to prosper.
Yeah. Hey,
You
that's
know.
how it is.
But
Deal with it, you know.
right.
Where you going?
Oh, sorry, I grabbed that.
He got to take that. He got to take that call.
It's that.
17. He got to take that call. All right, hold on. Let me see what. Damn, I missed a lot of comments. All right, hold up. Let me see. Tove, you inspire people to be the best they can be. I wish there were a million Toves in this world. Oh, thank you so much, Tom. I truly appreciate that. Ashley Larry said the different perspective of ages, different experience with society influences their thought process. Yes. What up, Super Orc is in the building. What up, Super Orc? Not regular Orc, not average Orc, but Super Orc. What's going on, bro? Welcome to the stream. All right. So
All right. I'm really sorry, but there's some things that I have to do, so I cannot be here on any longer.
All right.
I appreciate meeting you, sir. It was very nice to meet you, but I have to go.
All right, he gotta get back to that video game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Good night. Good night. I love you.
All right, have a good night. Ashley said, "Don't get he's a young man." Absolutely, you know, at 17 years old. At 17, when I was 17, I don't even know if you could have even walked in my room. I'm telling you right now, I don't know if you just been able to walk right into the room. You gotta knock, Mom. Wait a minute. Oh man, all right. So yeah, I mean, I love. Yeah, he's very nice young man. And see, it definitely gives you a great perspective of how your younger son answered compared to your older son. Mm-hmm. And that shows you once you get out into the world. See, your younger son was able to answer in his own mind and in his own heart without the rest of the world really influencing the answer. Mm-hmm. Where your 17-year-old, he has to answer the question, but he also has to think about the world around him and like, nah, nice guys are going to finish last because that's the way the world is set up. And that's why I would always tell people to try your best to hold on to the little bit of innocence that you still have. If you have a lot, hold on to it. If you have an abundance, have enough to share it. But if you only have a little bit, hold on to that innocence that children still have is still very important, even as adults.
I put them both on to the whole comment because I wanted them to both answer the question to see what their response was going to be because I knew it was going to be different. Like I knew, and it was going to be very comical for both of them. Like they're both characters.
Right. So let me ask you this before I get up out of here. What do you feel you learned from their answers?
From their answers.
What did you learn from this conversation tonight? And what did you learn from their answers?
From the conversation, I've learned that like good people always like are their last. And then for my kids, it's mostly like they're gonna end up last too because like they're my kids because like I'm very nice and like the questions and their comments and their concerns it shows basically what I would deal with in that aspect. So, like, yeah, that's
All right.
that's it.
All right. So I think that I'm happy I had the conversation because it gave me a moment of clarity.
Mhm.
I do understand now that it also depends on what scale you're measuring on, whether you come in, what race are you running
Mhm.
to determine
That's
whether
true.
what race are you running to determine whether you're coming in last or first, whether you're a good, nice, kind-hearted person, or if you're more self-centered and aggressive and a little bit more mean-spirited. It also
Mhm.
depends on what kind of race you're running and what do you want out of what do you want the end goal when you cross the finish line to be.
Mhm.
Everyone is running their own race. We all have our own dreams and aspirations. But I will say this in closing. I think the creator, for all of you who believe, I don't think that the creator will ever look at any of us that's genuinely nice, good people as last.
I agree with that.
And at the end of the day, to me, that still matters. So in the world, you might have to put on a little bit more of a hardened shell to survive out there. And you may have to act appropriately. You may have to toughen up. You
Mhm.
know, sometimes you may have to be aggressive. But what I would ask everybody to do is when you're doing that, just make sure it's just an act. Don't let it become who you are. If you're a nice, genuine person, if you want to be genuine, you want to be soft, you want to be sensitive, you want to be gentle, you want to be kind, be all of those things. Just make sure you're being those things to the right people, and make sure that. And if you know that's who you are, make sure you're being that way to people who are being that way to you first. Because once they show you, and I'm talking about genuinely, not buttering you up trying to get something in return. I'm
Mhm.
talking about someone who's genuinely being nice to you with but they not wanting or longing for anything in return. That should allow you to feel a little bit more comfortable with showing your side of being nice to them also. If you are hesitant, if you're hesitant, wait for someone to be genuinely nice to you first before you show them your nice side.
Mhm.
But if you want to change that point of view of everyone's mean and everyone's about themselves, then sometimes you're going to have to go ahead and be nice first. You know, and I've lived on both sides of the coin, and it's tough. Both sides are tough. But I can tell
Definitely.
you this much: I've had more success being nice first. As I've gotten older, I've had more success being nice first now.
Mm.
So, Joanna, thank you so much for jumping on. This is one of the best shows, honestly. Between your sons jumping on the stream, you jumping on the stream, and Coop Dizzle jumping in the stream with me. It really meant a lot to me because it really gave me a sense of there's a reason why I could be tired, I could be hungry, I could just be coming home from work, but it's a reason why I got to get up on here and turn this camera on and talk to the
Yeah.
people.
And I had to put them on because like they're very vocal. Like so they're very upfront and truthful. So
All right.
yeah.
All right. So everybody, we will be back on Sunday. All right. Be back on Sunday. I'm going to say Sunday at, let's say 7, 6 o'clock. I'm not sure, but we'll definitely be on Sunday. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank you, Jojo. I want to thank your two wonderful sons for jumping onto the stream with us tonight. Everybody in the comment section, all right? It's your boy, Little Fat Mushy Toe, representing the WCIS. We can inspire someone. OPP, only promote positivity. Shout out to Waterbed Head. Shout out to Uncle DV. And shout out to the community. That's all about a unity. All right? I want y'all to stay blessed, stay beautiful, but most importantly, stay positive. And until Sunday, peace out, everybody. Later, Jojo. All right, later.